Whoop. Bloop. 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 Wait, hold on. This is a problem with afros. They get all unfloofed. Sometimes you just... stuff just gets unfloofed, man. You don't even know until the camera's hitting you. But you gotta floof your stuff out. Which is really hard sometimes. Actually, you know what? No, I got a pretty natural dome-like floof. Kind of just floofs out naturally. It's just that headphone crease, man, I tell you. Who am I talking to? What am I doing? There we go. Nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. Alright. What the? Well, that was the first time that's happened. It says my Twitch stream is just like perpetually unstable. It's just, oh, yeah, your stream is unstable. Yeah, alright. Oh, right. Yeah, should probably sort by format. Okay. Hello. Yep, alright. So we're doing the same thing except with maybe a significantly better commander. We're gonna do that. You know what? This might actually just be like really good because it's in the perfect green-white enchantress colors. It's just it doesn't care about enchantments itself is a problem. But I think that's just fine. Yeah. Arwen is fun? Oh, wait till you see what I do with her. You just wait. Is Rancor in the game? Enchanted creature has hexproof and can't be blocked by more than one. I didn't even know that was in the game. Do we want this? I mean, we're in green. We can get stupid. Actually, ooh. Turn 2 Arwen and then Aura's is just stupid. Isn't it? I feel like this is... I feel like I should have did this yesterday. This is already feels 12 times better. And I've only put 3 cards in my deck. I can literally run Scythus. Or Sithis. I go back and forth so often that I see Keenan, Scythus, Sithis. And really, you just can't stop me. You just can't do it. I don't need that. Isn't Scythus the enchantment commander? Well, of course, yeah, but then if you do that, you're in bracket 1. And I've done that like 400 times already. I don't think no, I've played Scythus before. Yeah, I've played Scythus before. And yeah, you're in bracket 1. But yeah, that's not... When have you known me to do something like that? Sometimes when I look at a wall of cards, my brain just shuts down and I can't like process them. Like right now, I'm looking at 3 cards at the same time and I'm not reading any of them. Oh, so many cards. Oh, jeez. Alright, alright. Ugh. Celestia Danitha? Vigilance, lifelink, blah blah blah. During each of your turns, you may cast an aura or equipment from your graveyard. I completely disagree. Nope. I could disagree. Couldn't disagree more. I don't. The fact that Arwen is indestructible just makes it leagues better to me than this. Like, this just dies, and then you're back to square one. This just dies, and then you just lose a game. This at least doesn't die to a fair amount of cards. It still gets exiled and whatnot, but this just dies. I completely and utterly disagree with that. Any hoodles? Oh yeah, Hydra's Growth. The I win the game on my own card. Don't play without protection? Yeah. So don't play it about half the time. Ooh. Actually, more than half the time. And I would probably play, what's it called? The other dude? Calyx? Is it Calyx? I think his name is Calyx. I think Calyx is just more up the whatever alley that is than Danitha. So if that was the route you would go, I would just play Calyx instead. Unless... No, is Calyx in Standard? Yeah, I think it is. Or just left. I don't know. Standard is like a 10-year cycle now, so... Standard. In order to keep Standard healthy, we're not banning Monstrous Rage or Beanstalk. Although I don't think Beanstalk is actually played super crazy until... Alright, I gotta look at other cards. What am I doing? I could put Danitha in the deck. Do we need unflinching courage? Fine. Oh yeah, there's Iena. Yep. Yeah, I just put this in here. Bloop. So it's an ossification, except it doubles the mana on the land. Probably not worth 4 mana. Probably not worth 4 mana. We could run it though. Alright, so when it comes to auras, the green department is actually not too crazy. But green has the other stuff going for it, so it doesn't matter too much. Bloop. Actually, because we're green, we don't have to run like... So what about Sigarda's Age? Aid. Nah, that's just dumb. Bloop. I only have to run like the really good ones. Bloop. Bloop. Did I put the green rune in here? Of course I didn't. Bloop, bloop. This breaks the deck, right? You'll play one aura, and then you can just never play the game again. Yeah, that doesn't work. I can run Pariah again. They didn't do anything last time, though. Okay. And then... bloop. And, cast enchantment, draw. You ever just misspell enchantment? What's the other one? Citizen? Citizen? The 2-minute 1-3? What's the 2-minute 1-3 called? Citizen Tactics? Citizen Hero? Citizen? Ah! Citizen Champion. Alright. I'm surprised I got that close. Alright, no goofy lands. Probably Boseiju at least. Witch Enchanter is probably fine as well. Probably should have been in Heliod, honestly. Huh. I've never played this card before. That's convenient. Kodama? Yeah, we could do that, actually. I don't play the modify card set, or the word, the deck set. The modify keyword cards. Where? What's going on here? Oh, I didn't have colorless on, that's why. It's like half my lands are not here. Is that... alright, just making sure. Do I not have the... oh, there it is. I was about to say, where's the surveil land? Green, white. Okay. No fancy lands. And... now what? So we want all the stupid stuff in green. Because turn 2 Arwen is stupid, so bloop. Oh, we can play Avacyn's Pilgrim too? Oh my goodness. I guess Grazer Kami. I don't think I'm... we don't have like a ton of... I don't have like 50 lands. So I don't know. Probably just still stupid good. Weeble War Elves. Yeah, Sixth Sense is fine. We could even run Sanctuary. No, I don't think I want to do that. I think maybe some protection spells are okay. The ones that give protection will knock off my opponent's auras, like Witness Protection and stuff, which might have merit. Though we didn't see a lot of those last time. I mean, even Sylvan Safekeeper seems funny. It's just like, oh, you want to target Arwen? No. No. Is it an elf? Oh, it is? Does this work? Well, not really. It knocks all the stuff off of it. Not really. Okay, why am I feel like I'm missing one. Nope, I'm not. Felt like I was. Oh yeah, Kodama. Oh no, we don't own it. Oh no. You know what, honestly, its effect actually isn't even that good. I don't really care to find lands. It's not terrible, but I think I don't know. I don't know, I'm not too bent out of shape that I don't own that one. Modified? Okay. That's cool. It does mean I have to interact with this card, though, and I don't really want to do that. What is this? I assume modify? No, modify is not a thing. Alright. I don't think I put Griffspoon in here. I did not. Because we have so much card draw, I'm alright with these. Leyline of Sanctity was pretty fine last time. I think I'm okay with it again. I probably shouldn't run too many. Shalai just works. And we just run Bogle. Slippery Bogle. Just throw that in there. No, because then we just lose to a board wipe. There's no way to get around Cyclonic Rift, right? It doesn't target. There's just nothing you can do. Except Reprieve. Oh. Wait. Maybe that doesn't matter. I feel like my opponent interacting with my enchantments is not that big of a deal. As weird as that sounds. I just don't want them to interact with Arwen. I feel like this isn't a big deal. It is a 2-mana... Like, I don't know. It's just Idyllic Tutor at the worst. And I would probably play that, so... Oh, this does give protection. Brave the Elements works as well. Okay. The curve is actually about the same, if not lower, than the other deck, and I don't want to get rid of any lands. I could probably run 39 still again. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. If it isn't, well, the aura that gives hexproof, did I not do that? I thought I did. Pretty sure I did. This is only till the end of turn, and it's 3 mana. Same with this one? Yeah. And then I have that one. No, that one's fine. What about this one? No. Yeah, I don't like the 3 mana ones. I don't like those. But I have like the good one. Solitude again? Can't really go wrong with Solitude. Shadow Spear? Yeah, we could look at some equipment, maybe. Ronus just probably is online all the time, and this card is annoying. So that's something to think about. Man, a lot of the green mythics are like... Huh. There's actually not a lot of green mythics in the game that are under 2 mana, or 2 and down. It just like skyrockets to 4 mana and up. I never noticed that. Oh yeah, Calyx. Sure. I think Calyx is thematic. Maybe both Calyxes. What about this thing? What does this do? You get 2 cards and they have to cost 1. I think this actually works. It's a new card. Artifact, creature, and enchantment. But it doesn't get like Swords to Plowshares, which would be the big thing. And then probably Calyx and find something to take out here. Brightglass is cheating? Alright. I like the trample and lifelink. I don't really care for the bottom part, like losing hexproof and indestructible for the opponent. It's not really... That doesn't come up too often. And even if it does, I don't really punish my opponent like having a hexproof creature, drawing my 1 out to it, and then also having like a way to interact with their now like, I don't know. That's not... I'm not seeing that. Any hoodles, I think we've got... I think this came together, so now I just got to play the game. Oh, this visual bug is irritating. Hmm. I think I want Idyllic Tutor. What is he gonna do? Maybe 4 minute Calyx. No, I think I want it. Hmm. Problems. Everything here is fine. Maybe sheltered by. Oh wait, no. I was thinking of a different card. Sixth Sense is that one, yeah. Affinity. Okay. I like every card in my deck. Wow. Guess that's a good sign. I suppose taking out 4 mana cards first is just when in doubt. I like On Sarah's Wings though. Shoot. Maybe Witch Enchant. So Leyline, I don't need Devotion anymore. I know, I think I'm still alright with it in the deck. I could drop, like, Tamiel's Safekeeping. Maybe I have too many of these. I don't need that many. And if I was going to take some out, it would be the ones that don't give protection. Probably take one of those out. Just be fine. Get rid of Leyline? I'm thinking about it. It's so situational. Sometimes it works and it's funny. Most of the times, I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. I think all of my threes are just, like, phenomenal. Like, every single three except maybe Unflinching Courage is, like, really, really good. $38 lands. Let's go. No, I'm gonna take out On Sarah's Wings. I think the lifelink on it is what I like, but I probably just I'm gonna try to not run that. Really, that's interesting. There you go. All right. Okay. There we go. We got our deck. Bin Yu? All right. Quick side note. Heliod goes infinite with Hangerback. Oh shoot. What is it called? What's the card? What's the card? I don't remember. Not Hangerback. It's the other one. Is it called Walker? Hangerback? What's it called? No, the artifact creature that gets rid of counters to deal 1 damage. I can't believe it's not in my brain right now. What is going on? No, the other one. What's the other one? Ugh. Is it not in the game? Hold on. I gotta look at this comment on my YouTube channel. Walking Ballista. Chat, come on. What are you doing to me? You had one job. Okay, Walking Ballista's not in Magic Arena. I could have sworn Walking Ballista was in Magic Arena. Apparently it isn't. Alright. You got it. Never mind. Side note, out the window. Could have sworn it was in the game. You haven't played it since you were like 16? You're 27? Aw, man. I wish I was 27 again. Dang it. Oh well. Alright. We're here with Arwen Mortal Queen doing about the same thing Heliod was doing. Someone in chat brought this card up at the end of my stream yesterday, so I'm going to try it here. We don't have a devotion requirement, and it's also still indestructible. I don't care about its stats in any way. That's kind of completely irrelevant. The rest of the text on it is kind of cool, but I don't care. You know, you move your stuff around to do stuff with things, whatever. You could probably do some 1/1 counter proliferate. I've seen that before, where you're spreading the stuff and then you're proliferating the stuff, but I don't. That's for losers. We're here to make this very giant and simple. So green, white comes with the Enchantress package, and all the auras are enchantments, so that's pretty cool. We can play one of the best cards in the game, right? Like this. I don't know if... This is one of the decks where if your deck influences your bracket in any significant way, then this will catapult us to probably a higher bracket, which is unfortunate. But if it doesn't, well, guess what? We were playing Arwen in the command zone. Someone recommended Danitha as an alternative, because Danitha cares about auras, but it's not indestructible or has Shroud. I mean, hexproof. So, like, no. But it's worth maybe trying in the main deck here. I'm just going to throw it in. Anything that cares about auras, you got your Calyx, your other Calyx, your Scythus, your whatever, the Oblivion Murder God, and all the things that do the same thing as Scythus, and whatnot. All the good green auras, all the good white auras, Pariah works. Just put it on your indestructible creature, and guess what? You can't take damage until they deal with it. It's the 2 mana... or the 2 card you can't die from damage combo that I always play, like 9 life Solemnity. Spear gives lifelink, it's cheap. I don't really expect the bottom part to matter, but I like the rest of it. It's fine. It could just be an aura instead, but, you know, it's 1 mana, it's colorless. We'll see what happens. And that's about it. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Yeah, it's object permanence. It's not in the game, so I can blow my nose. That's fine, actually. What am I up against? Ooh. Sab Spridibridoo. Come on, there we go. The room is red and shiny. My walls are orange. What do you mean? Alright, let's see if we just lose on turn whatever. Oh, look! That's fun. I'm glad I played that game. Don't you just love the cards in the game that ended immediately and you don't get to play? That's fun. Those are all very interesting. I'm glad they're in the game. And then you wonder why I'm blitzing for a 1-drop. I'm trying to mulligan mindlessly for a 1-mana card so I can dodge Mana Drain. Oh, I don't have it? Mana Drain, you lose. Alright. Moving on. Yeah, Walking Ballista. I was gonna say I should have put it in Heliod because it goes infinite, but it's not in the game. Thought it was. Oh, hey, it's this card. Imagine I had this against a blue card player, enjoyer. Could you imagine I had the good cards against the good decks? Could you imagine? A pumpkin-flavored brown. That's a new one. This is an elf, so that's easy. Bloop. And then, do I play this first? No. What does this do? Nothing? You guys, you just need your eyes checked. It's alright. Everyone in chat just needs their eyes checked. It's clearly pumpkin orange. None of this brown stuff. Wow, look at that. A non-green Pantlaza opening. I don't think I've ever seen that ever. Like, literally in the history of cards. I don't think I've ever seen that. It looks red? You guys are weird. You just need a red reference. That's all. Like, there you go. This is red. Okay, you know, that actually looks a lot like my wall. Uh-oh. Maybe you're right. These are red, right? Yeah, these are red. Okay, when I put it in my afro, it's a lot easier to tell. Because then you can, like, discern it from the background. Yeah. So you guys just need a reference. This is orange. Orange. And I won't have my lamp shade is orange. That's orange. This is orange. A washed out kind of orange-y. My pizza poncho that I have strung over my chair here. I'm not putting it on. It's way too hot. This side of the Rubik's Cube. Look at that. See? Actually, well, wait a minute. So, okay, yeah, there we go. See, this is red, and that's orange. Red, orange. Yeah. I had to move chat to see to do that. I couldn't see my own camera. I hide my like recording thing behind chat, so I don't have to see my own face all the time. All right. So, they're not in the exile colors, except maybe black, which is a positive. Bloop. Another thing about this deck is I don't feel like I need a 1-mana ramp spell every game. It's nice to have it, but I don't think I need it all the time. If I have it, I'm not allowed to complain. I mean, no, wait, we can still complain. My opponent did it first. Yeah. Opponent was on the play, so they're just categorically ahead. That's my logic. I'm gonna run this out here. I need another aura. Is this an enchantment? It is. Okay. Alright, opponent's doing some weird stuff over there. Some incredibly strange stuff, actually. Alright. So... Oh, this is modified. It is modified. I need triple green. Triple green for these two. Almost messed it up. My commander just shows up modified. That is actually insane. Wow. Love to see it. Oh man, this is so much better than Heliod. What were we doing yesterday? Where was I? The orange of my roof cube is lighter than my room. Pumpkin brown. Alright, my opponent... Oh, I thought I was playing against Corvold. Yeah, that's it, Corvold. I thought this was Corvold. My opponent gave Soul of Windgrace haste. Little weird. I feel like that's not necessary. Is there a reason to do that? Just to swing twice? Okay, well, this is indestructible, my friend. Oh, alright, they could just do that, sure. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't look too ideal there. Alright, that draw was also not too ideal. And I don't know if I'm playing... Really, you sacked your... Alright. Kind of weird. Why did my opponent do the things that they did? Sleeper? Black and red. Alright, red-based board white, please. Alright. Interesting cards out of not Corvold, and an interesting decision to commit this to give this haste, discard a card to trigger it twice, and then sack it to a thing that costs 2, and then which that died to jump blocking. Alright. But you know what? They played Birds of Paradise, and they were on the play, so... Let me reroll this. Attack with 30 creatures. Ugh. Imagine that was, like, literal, and you had to play, like, 30. You had to swing with 30 creatures at the same time. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Uh-oh, it's blue. My opponent's name is I'm That Smooth. Oh, they're on the play, so we have to blitz towards Cavernous Souls? No, I'm not sure. Alright, please play your commander. For the love of everything in my life, please. Alright. Okay. Auto loss to Wash Away. 3 cards remaining. Nope, no Wash Away. My opponent's playing Command Tower. Alright, maybe they are smooth brain. Command Tower in mono blue. I should just run Command Tower in monocolored decks because it's funny. So we want to play a white. We want to play this here. We want to play Skrelv? Maybe I don't want to play Skrelv. Spell Snare, alright, sure. I think I do want to play Skrelv, actually. Alright, they have to start the engine for this to ever do anything. And they currently cannot do that. That makes... I don't know. Alright. Okay, deck. You know what to do. That's not what I wanted. Alright, we have problems. I imagine they're keeping this card, you know. Oh, good old game. Playing things backwards. And... swing? Okay. So now they have a way to start the engines. 39 lands, by the way. I mean, this is a pretty solid chance I just never resolve another card for the rest of my life anyways. Okay. At least I'm not under any damage-based pressure. Like, I'm winning a damage race, which is, I guess, okay. And the engine only lets them... Well, only lets them, but it lets them do a lot of stuff. They didn't counter this. I don't think Pariah is good here, because I don't think damage is the problem. I'd probably prefer something that gives, like, vigilance. Honestly, I could do a lot of different things here. Yeah, we're gonna just take this here. Alright, this is a serious pressure. I can start making it unblockable as well. But if I maybe just hide behind it, it doesn't matter how many cards my opponent has. Especially if I prevent the engine... No, I can't really do that though. Interesting. Power 2 or greater. Okay, either they forgot I have reach... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, there's no reason to block. Surge engine, okay. opponent's putting out spooky scary. Huh. Of all the things, a subtlety, I'm surprised this. Well, they could have just drawn it or something. Just a little surprised to see that. Suppose I will keep it. I could always just choose to shuffle it away as well, and they'll just won't play Sterling Grove. It's fine. I don't believe I'm going to lose to damage this game. I'll probably lose to infinite cards, though. Okay, this is a problem. Skrelv is lethal, so maybe we're fine. Might actually be fine. Maybe my opponent's not aware that they tap their only non-blue creature. Unable to scream. So... Okay. Now what? I shuffle away... No, I'm gonna still draw this. Oh, I don't have the mana. 1, 2, 3. I don't have the mana. I'm 1 off? Oh, goodness. I'm 1 off lethal because I got a stupid surveil land. That's probably just game then. Whatever. Oh, come on. That was so close. If I didn't get the surveil land, I would have won, but I mean, there's no way I don't. That just doesn't make sense. I don't think there's any enchantment that I would want to draw right now. Probably is, though. I just don't know what it is. Pariah is funny. It stops me from dying. At least in the intermediate. But yeah, I could also take this, assuming it would resolve. I doubt that. It also doesn't guarantee save me. Let's just put this on top. So which enchanter... I probably should just run it out. Probably should just simply cast it. That's probably about the same here. Just cast that instead? Yeah, they're about the same. Might as well. I think I'm one off being just dead. Probably a good idea to avoid that. It's so unbelievably unlikely I win this game. Like, it's so unlikely. That's a weird thing to put on top when you have no cards in your graveyard. Alright, yeah. We were 1 min off. We won if we just played an untapped land, but then I wouldn't know the top card of my deck, so... 1 min off. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh well. So close. So close. On the play? No way. We're on the play. Opponent, that is not a fatal push. Nope, can't swing with that one. No, you can't swing with that. Alright, so... I think I'm playing Kayena here? I probably have time to just do some setup. I also probably didn't have to swing there in case Yena died. Actually, what does this do when it hits you? Yeah, maybe that wasn't worth it. Looks like it paid off. Haha. Alright. Let's go get a plains. Ancestral Mask here. Copy said Ancestral Mask here. Both of these are hilarious. Alright. Yeah, that's it's an indestructible 10/10 on turn 4. It's probably not the best thing my opponent wants to see in red and black. There is some black exile, but a lot of decks don't play a lot of that, and you also need to draw it, and probably just, yeah. Too much. Too much there. That's funny. Too much for the opponent. The cyberbullying hath commenced. What's a color quest? What are you talking about? Like cast... Oh, you mean like the daily? Okay. I don't mind those. I think those are the easiest, actually. Shoot. I would prefer to do that instead of attack 30 times. I just don't like it when the color is red and, I don't know, white maybe or something. Red is by far my least played color. It's cool, Magic Duels used to track your colors. Like, oh, you play a bunch of red cards, or blue, it tells you how much of each color you've played. And I found out that I was a blue-white control degenerate at heart. Let's see. It's the first sliver, so I'll keep this. Lose the game on turn 2 5 games in a row. Well, you gotta play a different format. That's all that means, right? You gotta play a different format. I just play historic best of one non-ranked when I have a quest I need to do for the day, and I don't care about the anything else. Alright, so we have the serious Spiral Out of Control quest. Not quest. Oh, whatever, never mind. We don't have it anymore. Opponent's dumb. And then you wonder why I want a 1-drop every game. Well, first sliver can't play counter spells, so... Alright, opponent did nothing. Interesting. Planeswalkers? I don't know. No, legitimate, full stop, unyielding slivers. Alright. Cool. So... this card... here. This card here. And I didn't find an untapped land. Tragic. And I can't swing. So now we need reach, or my opponent doesn't have like one of the flying enabling slivers or whatever. Slivers untap themselves. My opponent's playing Delighted Halfling. Okay. They blew up my thing that wins the game rapidly. Alright. Fair enough. So that, this, actually, no, yeah, hold on. Elf. I should have used that to pay for that, but I didn't. Let's go get our vigilance thing. So I can kill my opponent. Does Scuttling Sliver have a combo? Maybe. I wouldn't swing here because I have lifelink. It just bounces off. Yeah, that was maybe not the best attack there. Yeah, it's actual slivers, I know, isn't it crazy? it do be happening sometimes. Shooby-dooby-doo-wop. Alright, so we finally get to actually play this card. That's pretty cool. And I draw 4? Oh man, look at that. Yes. Alright, we finally played the card. That's right, you chump block. You spin your first sliver wheel into a sliver that probably doesn't save you. Oh, this is paradise. Evening. I think Arwen is just in a lower bracket. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Opponent gets and reanimate. Alright, cool. For something... No, there's no creature in the graveyard. Wow. There's no creature in my opponent's graveyard. It is lethal, but I can't brave the elements every color, so it's unfortunately not lethal. This would be nice, but I don't have any enchantments in my hand. And I already have SRAM, so I'm just gonna get that out of the way. I'm gonna just leave SRAM in my hand, because it really doesn't matter. And put my opponent in the abyss until I find trample. My opponent has a lot of work to do to kill me with damage, so at this point it's very likely they need a non-combat based thing to happen. Chumping with the first sliver over and over is a good way to stay in the game, though. And they can do it basically forever. This circle animation on Arwen, that is the indestructible counter, I think. Pretty sure that's the indestructible counter. Alright, so I can make unblockable for 2 colors, but neither can be green or white, because then I'll lose my own auras. So that's not really getting me anywhere. Yeah, we're just looking for trample or something. There might not be a lot of cards left in my opponent's deck. They are playing kind of random stuff here that, like, actually stop this. And the first sliver can only cascade for, like, 4. It's not getting, something else. Alright, so that is a card that lets them start to dogpile me with slivers. Okay, it's not what we wanted, game. Not what we wanted. Any aura. There are 50 cards in my deck that are pretty good here, so surely we get one eventually. We're at 106 life. When was the last time I had over 100 life? I have no idea. Shield counter? No, I think... Oh, you're right. We did play Lion Umbra. You're right. Because it's the same text as that other one. The weird Colossus that puts a protection counter. It's the same animation as a protection counter. That's why I thought. But yeah. Makes sense. Alright. Well, my opponent found the out-of-nowhere craziness. This has to target Skrelv. Let's see if my opponent's paying attention. They are not paying attention. That needed to target Skrelv. Now I don't have to sack a land. Thoughtseize. This does not give me protection from face. They probably take SRAM here, which is unfortunate. But fortunately, it doesn't matter too much. I don't believe Brave the Elements does anything at this point, yeah. Funny enough, they still actually can't swing with, like, the best combat-oriented slivers in play. They still can't swing. Opponent actually swings. This has reach. This will not work. I will gain enough life to where this can't kill me. I'm not even sure what this attack is about. Why only swing with these two? If you're going to swing, you should probably swing with all of them. But then you don't want to swing with the ones that are giving you the good text in the first place. Yeah, I don't think there's an attack here. I don't think there's an attack here at all. This is an absolute stonewall. We've drawn a third of our lands. Still have 3/4 of our deck. Alright. Yep, that's about right. I would chump with the lighted halfling. Yep. So you can still make food. I could have named green to make green like the unblockable color for the turn, but they just block with the first sliver, and then I don't actually do anything that way. They can recast the first sliver infinite with mana weft sliver. They just have infinite mana. Nope, you gotta target Skrelv if you're doing stuff. Don't do the Safekeeper again. Okay, they actually did it. I will defend it. I think it's just more than worth it, because my land isn't doing anything. Just more than worth it to negate my opponent's cards here. They can't block with the first... Oh yeah, if I name green. Yeah, you're right. So it would be forced to be the double strike, the flying, or one of these two, and probably those two repeatedly. Is that worth it? I might as well, right? I might as well. Okay, we actually drew something good. Yeah, I don't think I need Skrell's ability on backup here, so let's actually name green. Because the non-green cards are the ones I want to have die. Whoop, let's not do that. Yeah, we can chew through this. There's just some irrelevant ones in play that are unfortunately good at blocking, so. Yenna's a good card, though. I think I will play my land, because there's not much reason not to. I'm not really hiding anything from my opponent. It's pretty straightforward what I'm doing. So... they're mousing over the enchantments. I don't like that. Banishing Light. I do not respond to it being cast. Targeting Lion Umbra. Alright, so we've lost... we've lost reach here. There's nothing I can do about this, right? Nothing I can do about that. And they still have Vigilance to block, so now we take a bunch of damage. Yeah, that's annoying. I suppose because they did not take Sage's Reverberer, I can copy that. Although Ancestral Mask copying that is also very good. I don't know. How much damage is this? Is it more damage than I'm swinging back with? Probably. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can copy this thing. This has to be the best idea here. And I can copy Rune to draw a card again? Hold on. So I can stack the top of my deck, although I would kind of like Sterling Grove to stay in play. Not gonna lie. Also, you know what? Just because they can swing doesn't mean they still can get away with not blocking. They still have to actually block. So let's... Oh, I just gave them Shroud. Alright, hold on. It's a good thing I can stack this. Alright, let's double up on Pariah, I guess. I don't know. Whoops. That's funny. That is funny. Alright, both those are fine. Almost Giga Blunder. Tap that. That and this, because I want my lands untapped. Pariah this, so now all the damage gets sent there. Oh yeah, I should have got Trample. I'm sorry, I got hung up on Pariah. I wanted to put Pariah in play, alright? I wanted to do the funny combo thing, alright? If it's between doing damage, lethal, or putting 9 life summoning in play, I'm gonna go with the 9 life summoning. That's funny. Alright, yeah. We had a ton of outs, and we drew one with Yenna, which just catapults us way ahead. The Realm Walker didn't go crazy, and then we started to swing past green creatures. So, my opponent's next, like, 2 blocks here are, like, pseudo-free. Well, I mean, it's still a chump block, but until I deal with, like, these 2, I'm not super excited about stuff, but I'm gaining what, 30 beyond 30 life here, and until they deal with Pariah, I'm actually taking just no damage. And yep, all right, crazy game. Actual slivers, look at that. Actual factual slivers in my Magic Arena. Staff of Completion, what is that doing? Proliferating the counters, I guess. I don't know. I guess. It draws cards, too, if we gain a bunch of life. Yeah. So it draws cards. It can let me spread counters. But it's also a 3-mana rock that doesn't interact with any other card in my deck. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, if I get this on my commander, I can win, but I have to do that. Probably just gonna enchant a random land here. Alright, again, let's see if the game is over before it starts. Well, it wasn't Mana Drain, so I guess not. Ashiok is a pretty bonkers commander. Oh, it's that Ashiok. I thought it was the other one. Whoops. I thought it was the other one. So... Giver of Runes and Skrelv or something? Delighted Halfling? I don't know. Opponent really wanted to put Solitude in play. You got it. Let us play Delighted Halfling, because that's very annoying. My opponent did not brainstorm on their own turn for a land. A little weird. And I guess I'll play Danitha? Alright. It doesn't do anything, so... But it actually does counter it, too. Oh my goodness, that's Ob Nixilis. And it didn't kill either of my cards. Wow. Alright, so... Green, blue... Bleep. And pass turn. Oh, cool. Very fun. It's 8. So I have to deal with it? Otherwise I like lose the game, so... This is the fastest blue-black player I've ever seen. Land and 2 auras, neither of which do anything significant. Let's give this hexproof. And... Oh, I should have played this first. Whoops. Well, here we are playing it. And I guess I'll harass this card. So, Cyclonic Rift is the other annoying one. That is... fine. Oh, maybe I should have named blue there. Eh, whatever. Alright, they take land, Spirit Dancer, the crazy one. I can run one of those enchantments, or just put it in play that stops this, like Planar Disruption. Although, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's at 7? We could just get Ancestral Mask, right? And not get confuzzled here? Oh, opponent, stop keeping your cards, please. Oh my goodness. Why? How? Stop keeping your cards. These top decks. They keep again? Stop keeping the cards. Oh my goodness. Money? At least they're playing fast. This game is probably over at this point. Oh, they do ultimate this. Okay, well, there's not a lot of cards in my deck that matter with that. Can I find 19 damage out of nowhere here? Probably not. I can go find that which deals with Vraska. Alright, this game's just over. I mean, let's be real, I'm not winning this game. I'm not winning that game. Oh well. Man, that was the fastest player playing blue I've ever seen. I can't be upset. Someone who knows how to play. Look at that. GG. Evelyn. What's this do? Alright. Sure. Double MDFC. MDFC. Bask in my unkillable thing. Land this thing. Just play this. Leaves up Solitude as well, I guess. This is a vampire, right? Yep. Guess I'm just playing that. I can just hard cast Solitude as well. Okay. I feel like nothing in play for me is super scary. They should swing. I'm not sure which I should play. I could just not do anything and let this sit in my hand. But they're not playing their commander next turn unless they have a soul land. So I think it's okay to just do this. Like, that is pretty significant damage. I also drew a white card, so... Although it's a white card, I'd probably just like to hardcast. It is another enchantment in play for my... this thing. Okay, sure. Vampy Wampies coming in deep, coming in hot. Swinging in, alright. Coming in hot. Two of them. Black-red vampires. Pretty cool. Stoligus would be proud. Alright, gonna do this. An offer you can't refuse! I forgot my opponent was even blue. I forgore. I forgore. Opponent was, in fact, sliding in hot. I forgot they were blue. Yeah. Crixus Vampire, except there's no blue, and there's blue. So I'm probably going to Solitude my opponent's stuff here. Actually, why do I care about it? Whenever enters, exile top cards. When each turn you may play as your shield collection kind of ability. I really don't care about that. I feel like I shouldn't care about it. I don't have to care about it immediately anyways. I can simply just cast Solitude. It's not a big deal. Swinging with the Siphoner's interesting. I will block it. I guess it's free. Alright, my opponent chose to not do anything. Kind of scary. What does that mean? What's that 5-mana Grixis that doesn't... I don't know. Oh, it has flash. Alright, well, you know, sometimes... Yep. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes your opponent has flash and you don't remember. Because you don't read your opponent's cards. Opponent stole my Cavern of Souls. Oh my goodness. Alright, now that I have Solitude in play, it is more damage. It's not irrelevant as a 3-2. I played it there so I could play around counter spells. Otherwise, it probably just isn't a good idea to let them untap. Counters sacrifice creature greatest power. Alright, so I lose my commander. And there is nothing I can do about it, so... Opponent likes mousing over every creature here. Interesting. Doing some head math, I guess. Napkin math. Alright, this lets me swing with Solitude, so I don't really agree with the Blood Tithe attack. But they do send it. I mean, they have to kill me. It is something they have to do. Just, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna lead with this and just go into the red zone. I'd rather not expend the treasure tokens, but I think it's worth it here. Just pushing that damage. And I'm not going to planar disrupt my opponent's scavenger until absolutely necessary. We only have one blood token. Twice the number. Ah, I see. Alright, never mind. Alright, looks like I basically have to deal with this scavenger if I want to, like, turn this game around. That was maybe a really good draw. Oh, they can just block Harwin. Maybe attacking doesn't mean much here. I'm kind of hoping this is Cyclonic Rift. It's not. Alright. The error of my ways. I mean, I don't know how I'm playing around Dark Ritual there, but whatever. Actually, this isn't a big deal at all, right? Yeah, they just double chump. Double bounce. No, they don't. Alright. Hmm. So this, and yeah, I'm going to deal with the scavenger. It's just a huge problem here. Of course. Put this on you. So I can move the counter of Arwind if I want. Good draw. My opponent did not steal an answer to it. Whenever Calyx or another enchantment. And I don't have an attack here, right? No. Okay, so if I untap with that, I'm... Well, that's a problem. They didn't play Cavernous Souls. Oh, I guess why would you? Yeah, alright. Fair enough. Okay. They have no enchantments, but they can steal enchantments, right? I can copy Scythe this? Kind of weird. I draw a poop. I should probably copy this, but what is it going on top of? Yeah, it is actually not going on anything, so I don't really like doing that. And Grazer in hand is not doing anything. Shoot. Alright. Do I play it? I probably should play it. In case there's like creature edicts and stuff. Oh boy. Is this a vampire? It's not even a vampire. Never seen that card before. Unfortunately, Scythus needs you to cast it, so I can't, like, copy something. And there's still no double planar disruption target that I'm enamored with planar disrupting. I could disrupt this Death Touch vampire now, actually. Although it's not putting any pressure, we are bouncing off each other. In fact, I can double block it. Okay, uh-oh. Props to them for playing non-heist stealing. Yeah. Alright, so all their creatures have Death Touch, but I still have an okay board. I think I will double block this thing, unless it's indestructible, is it? No? I have to read my own card now? Gain hexproof. Prevent all damage black and red would deal. Yeah, I would double block that Vampire of Dire Moon, so they probably shouldn't swing with it. It's crazy how much a 3/3 indestructible will stonewall your opponent. Like, look at all these attackers that can't come in. It's kind of nuts. But they did find a clock, and I am not going to chump for. Yep, pass. Come on! So... Still... I could probably stop my opponent's flyer, and it's probably a good idea to stop my opponent's flyer. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's the right thing to do. There's no way my opponent can kill their own creature. Not that I can see. Yeah, we're gonna put it here so they can't fly at me. Danitha reanimating anything of relevance? Yes, albeit extremely slow. But it is a relevant card, so unfortunately I think I don't have a choice. And I will copy Kami for no reason. Wait, how does this read? I have to read this. Hold on. For each aura you control, so there's no copying Kami and have that actually matter. Yep, it just doesn't actually matter. They should probably just cast Shield's Edict. It's not doing anything. Oh, okay. Well, I can just now do that again, so that was kind of a surprising idea. Oh, it gets exiled. I forgot. It gets exiled from my opponent's cards. I forgot, chat. An aura or equipment from your graveyard. Okay, I'm going to take a risk and assume my opponent can't, in fact, use that in any meaningful way. So, I'm going to give it to him. Yep, I forgot. It looks like Plarg actually plarged me. I got plarged. I got plarged. I forgore. Not a big deal. I mean, it's either scry one of the... I could have... What's the other card? I would have just left this on the top of my deck. Instead, I would have just swapped them. So, my... Yeah. Unless I had two cards... Oh! I could have just kept the land on top. Aha! We found it. We found the mistake. Could have put the land on top. Although... No, because then any vampire just steals the top of my deck. Yes, so never mind. It doesn't matter. No matter what I do, my opponent's just got the scry surveil thing covered. Something I can do with that. Well, on the bright side, I can make another Sithis. Is that my rope? Huh. What was... No, that would have been... Well, you know what? It actually wouldn't have been that amazing. Oh, well, maybe it would have. Hold on. I don't know. Well, it's going to be really good for my opponent. I'll say that. Whoa! Whoa! What are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing over there? I'm killing Plarg here, right? No, I'm killing Calyx. Okay, yeah, that... Yeah, again, it is insane how much a 3/3 indestructible... Come on. Ugh. Ridiculous. My opponent steals good cards and then leaves the lands, because that's just how it works, right? Alright, because they have Calyx, I have to just give them, like, random 6-minute Vampire. Calyx is just a problem, so... Oh, whoops. I gave him the wrong card. It doesn't matter. I think both of them are... They're pretty close together. It doesn't matter. Honestly, maybe it was right to just give him this. Who knows? I mean, I have 2 Scythes in play. I just need any enchantment. I just need to draw an enchantment. It's been like 10 turns. My deck is all enchantments. I just need to draw one. I have 2 of these. Come on, deck. You have 1 job. 1 singular job. Did they cast the token thing again? I guess. Doesn't really... I can just do it again. That doesn't really matter. Yep, they do it again, sure. They get rid of Snakeskin Veil off my deck. You could get into trouble if you swing all out. Opponent agrees. Opponent, it really doesn't matter. They're all like the same. Just pick the big one. It's not hard. Oh my... please. Okay. Unbelievable. I mean, whatever. Yep. Whatever. I mean, yeah, alright. Whatever. Imagine I drew Ossification. It's stupid. It's just... I only drew death, and my opponent... Every other card was good, and my opponent stole the good ones, and I drew the bad ones. Whatever. Imagine it was swapped. If I was drawing the cards they were stealing, I was fine. But nope, they only steal the good ones. Ridiculous. If it just literally every other card was zippered backwards, I probably win. Just coin flip. Oh, that's annoying. Steam? What? This is the Otter Row? Oh, my Steam bloop. Whoops. Yeah, my Steam blooped. Forgot to close it out. I usually don't have anything running when I stream. Alright, we actually have trample for once. So there's a pretty good chance I can just run over all my opponent's stuff, although, I don't know. Should I have swung with Saram as well? Am I an idiot? I think I'm an idiot, chat. I should have swung with Saram. I actually sort of should have swung all out. Oh well. Looks like they are not getting to the ultimate, so I guess we're fine. Well, I mean, I don't say that's an oops, because it does force it off the card. It's not like that didn't do anything. Giver of Runes. Alright, I want to cycle this. I'm going to thin my deck of a land. Draw a card. I don't think countering this has any merit. I mean, stifling, maybe? Or just having Cyclonic Rift, of course. Why not? That's too much power. I can't do anything about it. So... do I just lose now? Probably. Of course, my opponent has a spell. Why wouldn't they? Can it draw immediately? It can. Whatever. Yep, you got it. Alright, well, I blundered. I won't lie. I just punted that game into next Sunday. That's all I did. I think I was actually fine, too. If my opponent drew the cards they were going to draw off the ultimate, I think I would just win. I just win the game if I swing with my other creatures. I just didn't think to do that. But I should have swung with my 1-1 and my 2-2. And I was completely fine. I just didn't. I punt it. I'll admit it. What is this? Another blue deck. Okay, well, eventually they'll stop showing up. Maybe. Not a big deal, honestly. It's just the blue cards are the ones that have been the most annoying. Although we haven't seen a lot of white, and I think white would even be more annoying, so. Who knows? Maybe Pariah can actually shut this down completely. It's certainly possible. It is certainly possible. Pariah can do very scary things to my opponent here, so. Another person who plays, like, actually fast is pretty cool. Let's do... Let's play this before it taps all my white mana for no reason. I can still receive damage, though. So their stuff still works. Monument still works. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. The animation, it gets swung at instead of your face. I've never seen that before. Utopia Sprawl. Alright, well, again, it just boils down to the Frogifies and the Cyclonic Rifts and stuff. And there's one right there. Yep, of course. Whatever. Whatever. Ridiculous. So now I have to draw... I don't know, what do I have to draw? There's outs, I guess. Besaju's in my deck still and stuff. There's actually a fair amount of things that make me not just die. You dislike Frogify? It removes abilities? Oh, ability counters? That is kind of weird. Oh, right, it just dies. Alright, so I guess I can just recast it. Alright, yeah, I mean... I guess, I don't know. It's kind of dead and useless now, but whatever. kidding me? Ugh. Ridiculous. Well, like I said, basically every single game I've lost from the blue cards, I've just called it out. It's like, all right, the game doesn't proceed and nothing matters until my opponent has it, and then they just have it. So at least I know what I'm talking about. I can take that to my grave. Etch that on my tombstone. I knew what I was talking about. No auras, no ramp on the draw. Well. I wonder if they can get rid of Reprobation in this deck. Probably not. Well, this is a turn late, but still gonna cast it. Should I deal with this immediately? Probably. Feels somewhat completely and utterly degenerate to let that not be dealt with immediately, but I think I have to deal with this. Just there's no doubt in my mind I have to deal with that. No doubt in my mind. That was a... Ooh, that is maybe so good that I shouldn't play it first. No, I'm gonna play it. You know what? Just to be more on curve and gives me more outs to a land, I'll play this first, because I don't need it to resolve. I think that makes sense. Yeah, because Sithis is just way more important. Way more important. Okay. Okay. Do I even have a good enchantment to get? Probably just things my opponent must counter are good ideas, so I'll just grab that. Like, it's just another thing my opponent really doesn't want to have exist. There is a lot of flash in this deck. I say that as I only played one flash card. I actually only played one flash card. So now I wonder if I'm supposed to gear up the Gilded Goose? No, because I have Shadow Spear, maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, Indestructible is irrelevant. Maybe just because it can swing. I don't know. My opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in their hand, and not a lot of their cards probably add more damage to the board, so... And play Grazer? No, we just play that. And I can play Grazer just to block. I guess I will, right? Just to block? Because I don't want to block with Gilded Goose? I guess. Does the Immortal Sun matter? It draws 2 cards a turn, I guess it sort of matters. Alright, so we have a hexproof creature that will probably run away with the game, but we'll see. Opponent just straight up takes it. I highly doubt my opponent will do enough damage to kill me with these cards here. And I think we've turned it around. There's not a lot of things. Again, my opponent, like, they have a bunch of counter spells and stuff, so I don't expect the Liberator to, like, grow out of control. It's kind of like hard to ever make it larger than it is currently. Alright, so Pariah is something I don't care if it gets countered, so I'm going to cast that first. Ancestral Mask is basically a one-shot, so... I'm not going to take myself off of Snakeskin's Veil. Maybe it doesn't actually... Alright, that's another card. I think this is lethal. There is so little that matters at this point. I'm just going to cast it and see if I get lethal. I mean, at least chump block with the Gilded Goose and go up to a 78 quadrillion. Alright. Yeah, it's worth it. The first one resolved. It's very likely that the next one does, and they can block. I said it was lethal, but I mean, you know, forcing a block is probably just a good idea here, and gaining that much life is probably too much for my opponent to handle. So now it's like River's Rebuke, Cyclonic Rift, and they didn't have it. Look at that. Giant 27-29 Gilded Goose. Love to see it. Love to see it. I had a lot of long games. I gotta go in 5 minutes. I don't have time for another game. I gotta go, so. Okay, so this was absolutely better than Heliod in every conceivable way. The green was excellent. Playing this on turn 2 is phenomenal with all the mana dorks and stuff. Protection spells are kind of wishy-washy. You like need them right away, otherwise they feel dead and useless. There were a lot of blue decks, like a lot of blue decks. Not a lot of white. We didn't see too much white. White comes with a lot of exile and, you know, reprobates and stuff. But blue comes with bounce spells, counter spells, and more reprobates, actually, Frogifies. So blue was definitely very annoying. But on the bright side, that's normally not too big of a deal, I don't think. I think I just got a very disproportionate amount of blue opponents. And I did beat them. It's not like I just lost every time they had it. But because of that, I don't know if I like the Snakeskin Veil kind of protection spells. I know they do sort of work. You know, it's not like it doesn't avoid that stuff. But Brave the Elements giving straight up protection just knocks the auras off of your own cards. So you gotta be careful. But it knocks off, like, the Frogifies. And that is pretty impactful. Could probably turn Snakeskin Veil and the other ones into naturalize effects, like Wilt, right? Oh, it's a naturalize. Oh, I don't need it? You can cycle Wilt, and you just get rid of it. So I think, and it's not like blowing up other artifacts and enchantments is useless. There's still other things your opponents are doing that Wilt is worth blowing up. So I think those are actually just better than the 1 minute protection spells that don't give literal protection. They just didn't feel super exciting. Sometimes they worked, but for the most part, they really just didn't work. And I kind of had the same opinion of them in the Heliod version, and I don't think my opinion is any different with the ones in this deck. Now, Sylvan Safekeeper is a completely different story, because that one's just spammable. It protects itself. This is just ridiculous. So that one's just good. You play that turn 1, and then you're like, alright, opponent can't play the game until they, kill that. Don't get crazy with it, though. I've seen people sack their own lands super early to this when I tried to, lightning bolt it, and then they lost, because my 3 removal spells were just Stone Rains, and my opponent had no mana, so don't do that to yourself. Obviously. Or apparently not obviously. Pariah is useful, and would have been excellent in a couple of those games, but again, Frogify was just left, right, and center, so it didn't end up being as egregious as it otherwise would have been. The Frogify decks also have bounce spells, like River's Rebuke and whatnot, but those are just good against everything. It's no different here. Yeah, that's it. I mean, creature-based combat, all the creature-based nonsense, this is just good against it, right? It's just, if your opponent is a red-white or like a red-black deck or something, they're probably just going to not deal with this, and you're just going to trample over them eventually. It is definitely slower than Calyx, leagues slower than Sithis, but you put this in the command zone, suddenly you're bracket 1, so that's up to you. I mean, yeah, every game where you have this, especially early, you're just playing essentially a goofy bracket 1 deck against bracket 4 decks, right? You play this on turn 2, and then all your cards draw cards, you're just going to win like you were playing Sithis anyways. Right, this card is just egregious like that. So, and you can just skate around it by putting it in the actual deck. It's just nuts. All the goofy, well, I wouldn't say I'm goofy, but the slow, grindy cards like Yenna and stuff didn't really do too much in a bunch of games, unfortunately. And I would say if you're trying to actually bludgeon your opponent to death quickly, this is not the strategy you should go with. But I will say it is probably one of the best Voltron commanders, in my opinion. Probably just indestructible on a card that you can put into play starting on turn 2 is very, very scary. Calyx, I remember playing this and I was just miserable because it wasn't indestructible. I think that was also in Standard. I think I played this in Standard before I played it in... I don't even know if I played this in Historic. I probably wouldn't. Have I? I can't remember now. Shoot. But either way, this against removal spam is a complete nightmare, right? You probably can't even play this on turn, with 3 mana on turn 2 or whatever. You have to leave up a protection spell. You don't have to do that with this, right? But yeah, it's just probably a direct upgrade from the Heliod one, because you don't have to commit to Devotion, and which means you have room for better cards, and you have another color, which allows you to play even better cards. So I'm a big fan of this. I think there were 39 lands again, and some MDFCs sprinkled in here and whatnot. And yep, that's it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Deuces, chat. Deuces.